Evidence video for case 2016 TAC 31323235, also known as the Santa napping. Received this business card from the kids, Jessica and Josh, who initially reported the kidnapping or Santa napping. On the card is some social media accounts, so I'm going to take a look at the Twitter account and see if I can find any clues or evidence. I already have the Santa Twitter account here, so I'll start looking through it, and it looks like just a jumble of words. Maybe it repeats a lot. Maybe each word is a letter, some sort of cipher here. Starting to see some weird white spacing issues. Maybe certain lengths of white space or certain frequencies of white space means something. I really don't want to send it down to the crypto boys at the lab. They always give me a hard time when I ask them about computer stuff. What I want to do first probably is get all of this extra junk out of here. So I want to copy it into my own text editor so I'm not seeing all the extra stuff. Now, if you're like me, you're not a developer, you might be able to write a script here and there, but writing a script to do this, finding a library and writing a script is going to take me, 5 to 15 minutes depending, and then I got to, troubleshoot all the errors because I'm bad at coding and all that stuff. It's going to be much faster since this is probably a one-time thing to just copy it down and edit it in the text editor. So scroll down to the bottom, shift-click, Control-C for paste, and then here's I happen to use Atom, but any mono space text editor that defaults to a monospace font is probably fine. So we'll copy it all in here. Everything looks good, but now we've got all this junk kind of in between. So we'll use regex find and replace to replace this stuff real quick. This little button here says that I'm using regex. So I want anything that starts with whatever and then has REPL here. I'm using REPL because it could be replies, or it's like 0 replies, or it could be 1 reply. So we want to get everything of those. So we'll just real kind of ham fist. Then we'll do everything that has retweet in the middle and then says like, and then that should be good enough. We want to, be loose because we're not taking our time with this, but we also want to be specific enough so we're not getting rid of any of the actual cipher text. So we'll just go ahead and replace that with nothing. And then we also want to get these here. So let's just say, once again, anything that starts with Santa. And then dot star is basically matches any single character is what dot means, and then star is any number of the preceding thing. So as we can see, this starts with Santa at the beginning of the line, and then it matches everything else on the line. Well, we don't want that. Just a quick look, we see that pretty much all of these tweets were done in 2016. In fact, probably all of them. I didn't look each line, but it looks like they are. So we'll just say everything Santa, anything in between, and then it needs to end with 2016. So we'll replace all those with nothing. And then we'll grab all of the, all of the return new line, which is basically just all the blank space. And we'll replace that with nothing. And look at this. That is very definitely a Y. So this isn't a ciphertext so much as just ASCII art, just something hidden in ASCII art. So let's look through here. BU, I'm just going to take a note down here. That's not what this is technically for, but as long as I don't hit replace all, I think we'll be all right. So BUG, and then B O U N T. Oop, that's not a T. And then there's that Y we saw. All right, bug bounty. Interesting. I'm not sure what that means yet, but I'm sure it'll be important. Just real quick for the completeness of the report. If we did want to, if this was a larger investigation requiring more Twitter analysis, we could do some Google searches to find, what other people have done. There are some libraries that can help you work with Twitter through Python, such as TweePy, or there's Twython. Or you can even find somebody who already wrote a script like this. We'd probably have to do some editing. We'd have to, get our own keys. And then this is only pulling down 100 tweets. Well, if we look back here, there's 350 lines. So we'd have to modify this a little bit to get more tweets. But, starting off with a big script, with a script that already does 90% of what we want, and then modifying it for our own purposes can save us a lot of time in the long run, as long as, and this is the important part, you actually understand what the script is doing or what the program is doing, and you understand how you're modifying it. You never want to run code that you don't understand, because that can open a whole new can of worms. All right, signing off for this one.